let's take a moment just real quick and talk about the co-main event, which I think is great. This fight's happening, obviously, how, it was 3 weeks ago. It was so recent that we saw Jeremy Stephens and Yair Rodriguez. Their fight stopped prematurely just seconds into their opening round due to an eye poke on Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy Stephens obviously couldn't continue. Yair very, very upset, very passionate, angry, blah, blah, blah. Didn't want to take the fight again. They rebooked it very quickly. Thankfully, thank God they did. And to be honest with you, now probably people are even more excited to see this fight now. It was the main event before, right? In Mexico?
Yeah. It was the main event down in Mexico, obviously called main event now. We spoke about it at the time, saying they should rebook this fight quickly. They've done that. I'm really happy for them. That was a smart move. And still, for the public as well, it's still fresh in everybody's mind. So the beef has real, you feel like you're almost part of it because you saw this happen, play out in real time. And this week, I took a screenshot of this early because I wanted to read this out when we talked about this fight. Jeremy Stephens speaking to a reporter yesterday, I think it was, on about how personal this beef was. And they asked him how he's feeling. And here's what Jeremy Stephens said. He said, I feel good, cool as a cucumber, calm like a bomb, ready to go off. I'm going to kill this kid. If he don't die, it doesn't count. Jesus. And I thought that was a powerful statement. He says, if he doesn't die in this fight, it doesn't count. That's what I'm thinking. It's always personal. It's always personal when you fight. This kid's trying to take money off my kid's table. What if I was coming to your house, taking food off your table and smacking your kid? That's the way I look at it. How would you feel if I was to do that? Personal? Fuck yeah, it's personal. It's a fight. But yeah, I thought that was powerful stuff. I like it. I can't wait for this fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, you don't want actual serious death threats in MMA, but to be honest with you, I love when it happens. I love when they throw one out, and it has become very personal. And to be honest with you, likely going to be a better fight. Now that it's a 3-round fight, look, neither of these guys have issues with cardio, but these guys can really let it all go. It's another interesting little fact is in Mexico, it was at altitude. Harrington was breaking down the numbers for me before the show, but now it's basically sea level.
Hold on. Harrington was breaking down the numbers, but what about the guy that actually commentated Mexico City event? No notes, no nothing in front of me. I'll tell you, Mexico City is at an altitude of 7,250 feet, okay? There you go. There's the numbers. Breaking it down for you, baby boy.
Now, hold on. What's Boston's altitude now?
Well, that's sea level because it's right by the ocean. So therefore, I'm going to say it's a difference of 7,200 feet. I think maybe 50 feet above sea level, perhaps. What do you think?
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to take your word for it.
I've never been to Boston, though, so I don't know. Maybe it's not
Boston's
sea level,
a fucking cool town, dude. You'd have a good time in Boston, Michael Bisping. You would move there. You would not leave Boston. You would get hammered to be like, these are my fucking people, and you would just let them carry you off into some fucking crazy Irish
we
pub.
Have less than 24 hours to make it happen because tomorrow my life changes forever. You know what I mean? So I'm on the next plane to Boston. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Until he gets a painkiller addiction, which is definitely going to happen as soon as the doctor prescribes him fucking Oxycontin.
No,
so good luck, Michael Bisping.
No, it's not. Trust me. I'm limiting all that type of stuff. Yes, of course, I'm gonna have to take some pain medication, but I, got to be careful with that shit. So honestly, be a different me. But back to the fight. I can't wait for this one. It's awesome. It's great. The only thing is, as you said, it's definitely going to deliver, which I agree. I think it will. The only danger is that perhaps there's so much at stake now, and it's got so personal, and they've been in an octagon with each other twice now, that they both might be very cautious and hesitant to make the first move. But I think once they get past that initial feeling out process, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a fight.
They're killers. They're both killers that without any heat, without any fucking fuel thrown on the fire, without anything being personal, neither of these guys have ever been in a boring fight, right? So now with the passion and the energy and the anger, I couldn't imagine. But you never know, dude. Sometimes you think that, and then it shits the bed because whatever, the nerves, they've built it up maybe in their mind so much. But I could not imagine this not being an early fight of the year candidate.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at the fight with Francis Ngannou and the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, everyone was so excited for that. And that was like the biggest example of a fight that everyone was hyped for that shit the bed. It was like one of the worst fights maybe you'll ever see. Maybe the worst. Like there was hardly any punches thrown whatsoever. But But this one won't do that. Listen, I can't speak about Yair Rodriguez as much because I don't know him personally, but I know Jeremy Stephens. You know what I mean? I've been around him a lot. You know, I've partied with him a few times. I just know the type of man he is. I know the cloth that he is cut from, right? He's a wild man, right? He's a natural fighter. He's a proper fighter. He's the type of guy that if shit goes down for real on the streets, Jeremy Stephens, you want him on your fucking side. He's that type of guy. So regardless of the moment, regardless of the pressure, he's going to fucking throw down, which means Yair Rodriguez has no choice but to react. So I give you the Michael Bisping guarantee that this fight will be potential fight of the night. Potential fight of the night. They're all potential fight of the night.
I will give you the Michael Bisping guarantee that this will potentially be rain in the next month.
Yeah, potentially.
All right, so look, this has been a great show. We're going to wrap this one up. We'll do questions. Maybe we'll get a very questions-heavy show later on in the week while you're laid